we have Sydney Opera House.
With its gleaming sail-like roofs and magnificent harbourside position, the Sydney Opera House is probably the most famous site in the whole of Australia.
Well, once again, I have to mention this, it's just really weird. I mean, Barry knew this, but I didn't know that the bridge and the Opera House were so close together. So, just to prove how close they are, I'd like you to have a look at first the Opera House and then the bridge. So there you go, what do you think? I think they're a lot closer than what I imagined. It's difficult really, because what do you look at? Do you look at the magnificent bridge, or do you look at the architecture of the Opera House? You just spoil for choice. How many places can you go in the world where you don't know whether to look left or right? You make your own decision.
Although considered an architectural masterpiece and an icon now, its revolutionary design has long inspired controversial arguments with the city.
The Opera House was formally opened by Queen Elizabeth II on October the 20th, 1973. The opening was televised and included fireworks and a performance of Beethoven's Symphony No. 9.
The Sydney Opera House has about 1,000 rooms, including 5 theatres, 5 rehearsal studios, 2 main halls, 4 restaurants, 6 bars and numerous souvenir shops.
Although now one of the world's busiest performance arts centres, the Opera House endured a long and difficult birth. Political scandal and technical problems dogged its construction, which began in 1959 after Danish architect Jørgen Utzon won an international design competition for the building.
A public lottery began to raise money for the construction, but tragedy struck when the prize money of £100,000 led to the kidnapping of the winner's 8-year-old son, Mari Thorne. He was held to ransom and subsequently killed.
Over the next few years, Utzon's relationship with the construction authority deteriorated and he resigned from the project in 1966. He has never returned to Australia to see his building, which was completed in 1973 at a final cost of 102 million Australian dollars.
Well, it's amazing. It's beautiful. It looks so much different close up and far away. It's all tiled. All tiled along. It's very nice. The roof of the Opera House is constructed of 1 million glazed white granite tiles, imported from Sweden. Despite their self-cleaning nature, they are still subject to periodic maintenance and replacement.
There were truly many ways to experience the Opera House, but the building's best feature is its exterior. Just simply strolling around the outdoor terraces was enough for me and Barry to savour its unique beauty and position. The breezy harbour views were enlightened by the passing parade of yachts, ferries and the odd ocean liner.
Here's a big ship coming. Well, that's a hell of a big ship. There were opportunities to go on small local tours of the bay, but with time and money against us, we just couldn't fit everything in. Unbeknown to us, we would eventually get the opportunity to experience a boat trip, but much later on our tour.
I think we are inside the city. I can't believe the roof looks like a car. And these are some of the shows that are on at the Sydney Opera House.
Barry and I quickly purchased some tickets for the next tour of the inside of the Opera House. We both didn't realise that we were signing up for the latest endurance triathlon.
Now we're going on the Geyser tour of the Sydney Opera House. Well, here we are going on the tour. We can't film in any of the halls, but we can film in the foyer, so...
But, as always, Rob refused to obey the rules and carried on filming anyway.
Alright, I told you that there were over 200 stairs. I didn't tell you there's actually 130 right at the start.
Take a look at the rotten windows of the Sydney Opera House.
The inside of the Opera House was just as fascinating as the exterior, with harsh designed concrete and beautiful natural wood. Here, we had secretly filmed a brief look inside the main theatre.
And here is where wedding ceremonies and private functions are held.
We then, like sheep, followed our tour guide into the main concert hall.
We had a big concert this afternoon. They're just cleaning up 1, 2, 3.
The tour guide then encouraged us to all clap our hands in unison to hear the supposed fantastic acoustics that the room produced.
1, 2, 3. So you imagine what that's like with a full orchestra. So, thank you. It's designed for Sydney Symphony. They're our major.
We were then allowed legal access to take photos of the harbour bridge from the main viewing platform.
After an intense 5 minutes viewing, we were ushered out of the building with swift speed. The tour felt like an endurance test more than a pleasure trip.
That's the Sydney Opera House, and now we're leaving.
Yeah, unfortunately we couldn't film, so it's
We
tough.
gotta go.
We've got to go, unfortunately, so bye. Thanks for watching.
Hi, it's 20 to 8 and we're sitting here looking at Sydney Opera House. While we were sitting here having an ice cream and relaxing, we looked up in the air and there's huge giant bats flying around, which Rob will now try and take us some shots of. Check it out.
As we sat watching the vampire bats fly over our heads, reflecting on the day's sights, we were pleasantly being whisked away to the Caribbean sounds of ABBA's Fernando. What a perfect finish to the day, we thought.